When you ask someone, what comes to mind when you hear the word church? I'm sure you'll get lots of different answers. But I think one of the common answers you will get is a cross. You see behind me a simple white cross. A cross like you would find in almost every Christian church around the world. And there are many different types of crosses. This is a simple white cross made of the same material as the altar behind me. We also have different kinds of crosses in the sanctuary. We have what's called a pulpit cross or a preaching cross. We have a crucifix, which is a special kind of cross that has a depiction of the body of Jesus Christ on it. Sometimes that's called a corpus. We also have crosses in our stained glass windows and embossed on some of the pieces of furniture in the church. Have you ever really wondered why the cross is so predominant in Christian churches? I mean, it's rather a strange symbol if you stop and think about it. I mean, the cross was an instrument of brutal execution 2,000 years ago. Why in the world would anyone want to use a symbol of execution or a visual of execution in their worship life? Well, because of who was executed on a cross 2,000 years ago. Jesus Christ was crucified. And the reason he was crucified was because he was going to sacrifice himself in that way to atone or to forgive all the sins of all people of all time. And so what was a brutal symbol now becomes a symbol of peace, of joy, ironically, and of hope. As followers of Jesus, we look to the cross as our symbol of that hope, of the life to come, the life that Jesus died to give to us. And when you think about Christian preaching, especially in predominantly Lutheran churches, you get the words of Galatians coming out clearly. Paul's letter to the Galatians, where he talks about, we preach Christ crucified, and that becomes the middle of all that we do and all that we say as followers of Jesus. So the next time you see a cross, I invite you to think of Jesus, who died on that cross for you. And if someone asks you, what is it that you believe as a Christian? You can tell them, Christ crucified. And when they start to look at you kind of funny, explain to them that Jesus died so that we and they can live. Yes, at the center of the follower of Jesus is Jesus Christ, crucified on a cross so that we can live forever.